All right, let's rub our palms together. Take a nice deep inhale, press the pressed hands against your chest. Take a deep inhale, let it out with a sigh or on the out breath. And let's take a moment to tune into the body. Notice how you're feeling this morning. Start at your feet. Move up to your knees. Your hips. Your torso. Your shoulders and upper back. Your arms. Your hands. Your neck. And your head. Just tuning in, noticing how this body feels today. Being fully present with our body as we tune in and feel it throughout this whole process. Thank yourself for showing up. And one more big cleansing breath. And now set your intention. What do you want or need out of your practice today? And sealing that intent with the sound Om and an act of self-recollection. Nice deep inhale. Om. And opening the eyes, big smile on your face. Let's take 3 deep inhales. Sweeping the arms up, reach for the sky, hands to heart center. Good, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And let's begin by massaging our scalp, just as if we're shampooing our hair. Connect your fingertips in, get the blood flowing. Give your whole scalp a nice massage. Wake up that brain, and then use your fingers as octopus suckers. Stick them in one place and then feel how you can move the skin over the bone. Then find another spot and do the same, and another spot, and another spot. Good. Waking up that head. And then we'll massage our forehead. You can start to shift your weight side to side, getting the lower body moving as well. And your temples. And your cheeks. The front of your throat. And the back of your neck. Massaging the back of the neck. Milk it. Work any tension you might have out. You can find some little indentations right at the base of your skull. Put your fingertips in there and lean your head back into them. Work any tension out of these points. Good. And let's reach around, grab your trapezius, massage it. Work the tension out of your upper traps. Take your tall, long finger and press right into the superior angle of the scapula, working any tension out there by just holding pressure, and turn the head side to side. Get a little stretch in the neck. Good. And other side, let's reach around, massage it, milk it. Take that tall finger, press down. Good. Again, you can continue to play with shifting the weight side to side, waking up the lower body as we start to give the upper body a nice massage. Good. Turn the head side to side. Excellent. And now let's zip it up. Draw that energy up the midline of the body. Good. And next we'll activate our brain buttons. So small indentations right underneath your clavicle. Stimulate those, and then you can hold your opposite hand right over your navel or just below the navel, your lower dantian. Good. Switch hands. And then we'll make an X. You can make an X with your fingers. You can make an X with your forearms. Stare at the X for a few moments so that when you close your eyes, you see the impression of an X in your mind's eye. If you want to enhance this, or if you don't see the X, make an X out of your whole body. And yes, it can be a moving, dancing X. Just want to pay attention to where that X crisscrosses in the middle. Good. We're actually going to draw a crisscross. So take your right hand to your left shoulder and draw it across down to your right hip. And same thing, draw it across down to your hip. Let's make some X's here on our whole body. Good, good. Nice. All right, coming out of the X, we're going to hook it up. So this is a modified eagle pose. Cross the ankles and knees. Cross the hands, wind them in. And then again, you can enhance this by activating your eyes by looking down and looking up. Gazing down and gazing up. Gazing down, gazing up. And just continue. Squeeze everything in towards the midline and then release the hands and give yourself a hug. Big smile, loving hug. Thanking yourself again for showing up. And go ahead and massage down the arms and let's switch sides. Good. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Activate the eyes by gazing up and gazing down. Great. Squeeze it all in. Release the hands, hug yourself. Self-love is the name of the day. And massage down. Excellent. Good. Let's take the hemispheres of our brain. Imagine your left hemisphere in your left hand, right hemisphere in the right hand. Using our imagination, we'll connect them with some kind of electrical sound as the hands touch. And hold that connected brain with your thumbs touching your third eye point for just a moment. Feel the connection, feel the wholeness. Take a couple deep breaths here. Excuse me. Then place that connected brain into your skull. Good. We'll just let our fingers wander down to our forehead for positive points, letting go of negativity, replacing any negative self-talk with positive self-talk. Let the negativity float away. You can think of your I am statements for today. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am grounded. I am connected. I am present. I am a gift. Good. And release that. Let's stabilize the chin and wake up our eyes. So we're going to extend our hand out, stare at your fingertips, trace a figure 8 laying on its side. Each time coming up the midline of the body. Good. And next time you're at the midline, draw that hand into your nose, watch your hand come in, and then use that hand to stabilize the chin. Send the opposite hand out, stare at it on the way out, and then begin circling your figure eight. Good. Last one. Bring that in. And then we'll massage our ears, waking up our hearing. Start at the top of your ear, uncurl, unfurl it all the way down to the earlobe. Do that 3 or 4 times. And then massage into all the little nooks and crannies. Good. Activating, there's so many acupressure points in our ears, activating those as you massage them. You can get behind the ear where it attaches to the skull, the front of the ear. Good. All right, give them a nice little pull. And we'll begin cross crawl with elbow to knee. And then we're going to just lift the knee, lift the arm, cross crawl. And then hand to knee. Tap the toe in back and the elbow in front. Bring it up to the shoulder. Tap the heel in front and let's tap the hip. Excellent. And then hand to knee. Hand to foot in the back. Turn in place. Hand to foot in the front. Turn the other way. Nice. And hand to knee. And let's bring that to a close. Let's find our earth button. So feel your feet on the earth. Right hand finds the bottom of your lip, that crease in your chin. Left hand finds the top of your pubic bone. Just feel that connection. We're connecting the endpoints of conception vessel. Runs down the front midline of the body. Breathe, close the eyes, feel your grounding, feel your connection to the earth. And then draw the energy up through the feet, through the hands. Let's switch to space buttons. Left hand finds that space between your nose and the upper lip. Right hand finds your tailbone, your coccyx bone, and connects this. These are the endpoints of governing vessel. Runs up the back of the body, over the crown of the head, and stops at the top, roof of the mouth, right behind your front teeth. You can connect both meridians by touching the tip of your tongue to the roof of the mouth behind your front teeth. And then you've created a microcosmic orbit. You can imagine that energy running from your perineum down between your sex organs and your anus, up the midline of the back of the body, over the crown of the head, and then down the front of the body. Inhaling, draw that energy up the back. Exhaling, feel the energy draw down the front. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's slow our breathing down. Inhale to a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Go ahead and shake those hands out. Shake those legs out. And let's continue with our breath. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. 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 Last one. Exhale down. Inhale up. Reach up towards the sky. Let's clasp our hands and extend our forefinger. Walk your feet in so your heels and toes are touching. Hold this pose. Stretch up, up, up. And then we're going to lean over to the right. Push the hip to the left. Nice side bend here. Using the bottom hand to gently pull the top hand. Turn your upper body so it's gazing upward. Good. Big smile on your face. Come back to center. Reach, reach, reach for the sky. And now over to the opposite side, pushing the hip to the right and the hands to the left. Good. Reach, reach, reach. Open that upper body towards the sky. And then reaching back up to center, we'll release the hands, open the arms like cactus arms or goalposts, and then slight back bend as you draw the shoulder blades towards one another, opening the heart towards the heavens. Breathe. Inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, bend deeply into the knees as we begin to forward fold. And just hang here. Wherever you are, you may not reach the earth. That's totally fine. In fact, bring your pinky fingers into your elbow creases and gently sway side to side. Deep breathing. Keep those knees deeply bent. Chest resting on the thighs. Just letting gravity start to pull you towards the earth. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Release the hands towards the earth. Bend into those knees and roll up, stacking the vertebra. Head and neck last to come up. Let's sweep the arms up once again. Reach for the sky. Clasp the fingers. Extend the forefinger. We'll do that set one more time. Side bend. Hold and breathe. Inhale back to center. Over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Cactus the arms. Slight back bend. And bend into the knees, sweep down. Breathe, forward fold. This time, bring the hands to the shins. Let's come into a flat back. Halfway lift. Extend the crown of the head forward and your tailbone backwards, creating some stretch, some length. Good. And release it back into a forward fold. Place the hands on the ground. Let's come down into a tabletop. You want to stack your hips so they're right above your knees. You want to bring your hands so they're right underneath your shoulders. Toes are curled. And inhale, let the belly drop. Gaze upward, turn the tail upward, lean back slightly onto those feet. And then exhale, release the toes. Draw the belly button up, round the spine, gaze down at your knees. And then continue this movement. We'll do 5 or 6 of these. Tuck the tail. Let the belly drop. Curl the toes under, lean back slightly. Feel the stretch in the base of the toes. And then release it and round the back. Cat. Think about an angry Halloween cat as you lift the mid back up towards the sky. And then letting the belly drop, inhaling deeply, curl those toes, lean back slightly. Good. And 2 more. Lift. Rounding that back. Inhale. Cow. Exhale. Cat. Last set. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come to a neutral flat back. Let's extend that left leg back. Let's circle it around. And then reach the heel back as far as you can, and then extend the opposite arm forward. Coming into sunbird. Feeling the heel and the palm reaching in opposite directions, creating length. Finding your balance in this pose. Finding your strength. Shore up your middle. Draw that belly button up towards the spine. 2 more breaths. Release the hand down, release the knee down. Curl the toes, start to walk the hands back. Turn the palms so they're facing away from you. Feeling the stretch in the base of the toes and in your wrists. Good. Breathing deeply. Release that, walk the hands forward so they're right underneath your shoulders. Once again, release the toes and then extend the opposite leg back. So right leg goes back, circle it around. Starting to move the synovial fluid in that hip joint. And then push with your heel as if you're pushing a wall behind you. Extend the opposite arm out. Reach the palm and the foot in opposite directions. Create length. Create strength. Create balance. Breathe. Last breath. Go ahead and place the knee down, place the hip down. Spread the knees as wide as you need to so that you can sit back into child's pose. Sit bones, work towards your heels, arms extend out above the head, forehead comes to the mat. Extending the sacrum back towards the feet and the crown of the head towards the hands. Again, creating length here. Feel it, imagine it, breathe into it. And easing your way forward, we're going to come all the way forward onto our bellies for Cobra. So bring heels and toes to touch as if you have one long cobra tail. Draw the hands back so they're in line with your rib cage, elbows pointed straight back. Forehead or chin on the mat. And then exhale everything out. Inhale, lift the head. Lift the neck. Lift the chest. Just as far as you comfortably can without engaging your arms. In fact, you can lift them off the earth for the first couple of these. Inhale, and then exhale, lower down. Take a breath. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift the head, lift the neck, lift the chest, lift the hands, no weight in the hands. And exhale, lower down. Good. 2 more. We can have the hands on the earth now. Lift first as high as you can without engaging the hands or the arm strength. And then go ahead and add them in. Come up just a little higher. Hold for a moment. And then exhale down slowly. Good. Let's do 2 more of those. The last one will hold for a few seconds. Inhaling, lift. Then engage the arms. Exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, lift. We'll hold this one. Now, if you can tighten up your quads and lift your knees off the earth, it's going to give a little bit more strength to that low back. 1 more breath here. And lower down slowly. Go ahead and turn your cheek to the side. Rest for a moment. You can bring your hands down by your sides. Bring your chin back to center. Bring your arms above your head. We're going to reach our arm and our hand away from each other as we lift them off the mat and off the earth. Again, pulling your hand and foot in opposite directions, creating length. 1 more breath. And lower down. Good. And opposite side. Lift the right leg and the left arm up off the earth. Reach, reach, reach them in opposite directions. 1 more breath. And lower down. Good. Let's do that for each side once more. Left leg, right arm lifts and reaches. And lowers down. Right leg, left arm lifts and reaches. And lower down. And then bring the arms over to the sides like airplane wings. Touch the heels and toes. Exhale everything out. Inhale, lift everything up. Just as high as you comfortably can. Imagine yourself like a giant jet airplane flying through the air. Two more breaths. And release down. Go ahead and turn your cheek to the opposite side and rest for a moment. Bring your chin back to center and bend your left leg. If you can, reach around and hold onto your foot. We'll get a nice quadricep stretch here by drawing the heel towards the glute. And just breathe. Now extend that right arm out above your head. And just like we lifted the leg and the arm previously, we're going to do that again, but holding on to your foot. So lift up off the earth. You're going to feel a stretch a little deeper into those quadriceps. You can push your foot into your hands. Lift, lift, lift. And lower, release. And bring your head back to center. And let's move over to the other side. Bend that right knee, drawing the heel towards your glutes. If you can hold onto that foot, ideal. And then reach that opposite arm above the head and push the foot into the hand as you lift both the arm and the foot off the earth. Try to get that thigh up if you can. And release that down, release the whole thing. Let's push back into our child's pose. Just stretching the spine in opposite directions, encouraging mobility and flexibility in all the vertebrae. Coming back into our tabletop, let's step forward with our left foot, align the knee and the ankle, extend that right knee back, and let the pelvis drop towards the mat. Stretching our iliopsoas muscle. And go ahead and walk that foot out towards the edge of your mat slightly and see if you can come down even deeper onto maybe your forearms into this kind of runner's lunge pose. Breathing deeply. If not, stay exactly where you were, just stretching that iliopsoas muscle. Use your hands to push yourself up and then walk the foot back into a nice alignment. Come up onto your thigh so you're sitting tall. Again, pushing from your sacrum forward and down. And then lift the arms up, reach for the sky. Bring hands to heart center and lean forward from your waist. And then we'll hook our elbow onto the knee and come into a twist. Nice. Breathing. Really tuning in, feeling the body. And release that. Bring the hands back down. Let's bring our knees back into tabletop. Let's sit back into our child's pose once again. Release any tension. Breathe. Come back into tabletop. And let's step forward with the opposite leg. I'll turn around so that I'm still facing you. Let that pelvis drop towards the mat and just hold this pose. Breathing, feeling it in your groin area. This is your iliopsoas muscle that we're stretching. The front part of your hip. And then go ahead and walk that foot out to the edge of the mat and come down a little deeper if you'd like. If it feels good, listen to your body, onto your forearms. Breathing. Really listen to the body, honor your body right where it is today. Maybe this side feels different than the other side did. Just notice, no judgment. But be mindful that we always listen to the body. We never want to move into a painful position. Challenging, yes. Pain, no. 2 more breaths here. Use your hands to push yourself up, then walk the foot back into alignment. Go ahead and push up onto your thigh. Push sacrum forward and down. And then lift the arms up, inhaling deeply. Hands to heart center. Shift forward with your whole waist and then twist. Coming into a nice twist in our lunge. One more deep inhale here. And then release that down. Bring the knee back. This time, curl the toes under. We're going to push our way up into downward facing dog. So push into the feet, lift the knees, making your whole body look like a triangle. Pedal out the heels. You're going to feel this in your calves. Just take a moment to really warm the body into this pose. It's a great inversion, all the blood rushing to our head as our head is lower than our heart here. And then find stillness, perhaps lift up to the balls of the feet on both feet and then lower the heels towards the earth. They're not going to necessarily need to touch. Bend into the knees, lift your sacrum up higher. Bring your head between your elbows. Breathe. Then walk the hands back towards the feet, coming into a forward fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, flat back. Release back into forward fold, and then sweep the arms up and reach for the sky. Good, nice. Bring hands to heart center and pause here for a moment, recalling your intention that you set this morning. Good. Shift all the weight into that left leg. Pick up the right. We're going to circle the hip around. First one direction, then the other. And then we're going to bring the foot against the thigh or the calf, knee to the side, and find our balance in tree pose. Find your dristi, that point that's not moving. Just don't press right against the knee, below or above the knee. Good. You need to hold on to a wall, hold on to a wall. One more breath here. Release that foot back to the earth. Let's wiggle out the hips. And then shift into that opposite leg. And we'll circle the hip around. Other direction. And then bring the foot against the leg somewhere. And find your balance, tree pose. You come out of it, just come back into it. One more breath. And go ahead and put that foot down and wiggle the hips out. Bring the hands to the waist. Let's circle the hips around. Reverse directions. Good. Inhale, forward and back. Little pelvic tilt. And then side to side. Good. Let's walk the feet out and come into a goddess squat. And then bring the hands onto the knees and bring the shoulder forward and up, and opposite shoulder forward and up. Two more. Last set. Hold here, breathe. Come out of that, over to the other side, hold and breathe. Come back to center and widen the feet even more. We're gonna slide our hands down towards our ankles. You can hold on to your calf, your ankle, even the side of your foot, and just let your head drop towards the earth. Use your hands to gently pull, bringing your elbows out to the side, giving a little more stretch. You should feel this in the inner thighs, hamstrings. Breathe. Then place the soft fists right under your shoulders. Come up into a halfway lift, flat back. Turn the toes out, and then you might want to walk them in just a little bit. Come down into a low squat. Opening up the hips. Use the elbows against your knees. If you want to bring your hands to heart center. Let's do 5 Kegels. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Place the hands on the earth and let's come all the way down onto our back. Hug those knees into the chest. We'll gently rock side to side. So rolling over, head turns to, and then over to the other side, massaging the low back. Good. Over to the left, over to the right. Good, one more time, each direction. Nice. Come back to center, place the hands on the thighs, and let's bicycle out the legs. Nice and slow, extend, reach. Try to keep it mostly horizontal, not going up high into the air. Last one each side, and then hug those knees back into the chest. Place the feet flat on the earth, knees pointed up towards the sky. Place the palms down on the mat, and we're going to push up into a bridge pose and then lower down. Exhale. Inhale. Lower. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Last time, hold it up there. You can stay right here, or if you want to clasp your hands underneath your sacrum and walk your shoulders in and come up a little higher, hold this deep breath in, this slow breath out. Really listening to the body and the breath. Slowly releasing the hands. If you've clasped them, walk the shoulders out, spread them wide, and then roll the spine down, vertebra by vertebra, pelvis the last to come down. And once again, hug those knees into the chest. Place the hands on the thighs. We're going to bicycle again. We're going to add a little side twist to this. So reach across your knee as you bicycle. Good. Last one. Hug those knees in. And then go ahead and extend them all the way out. Pause for a moment. Turn the palms up. We'll hug that left knee into the chest. Take a deep breath. Massaging our internal digestive organs. Extend that leg out. Draw the opposite leg in. Hug it into the chest. Take a deep breath. Again. Release that foot back to the earth. And hug both knees into the chest. A couple deep breaths. And circle around both knees. This is really good for digestion. Also releases low back and hips. Place the feet back down onto the earth. We're going to cross that right ankle over that left knee. Draw that in. Push your elbow against the knee, feeling a stretch in the hip joint. Stretching the deep lateral rotators of the hip. Breathe. Toes are pointed up towards the sky. And release that foot back to the earth. Cross that right leg all the way over. And then we'll go into a spinal twist. Again, this is going to stretch low back and the hip. If it feels tight, little gentle percussion. You can go all the way down the iliotibial tract into the low back, whatever feels like it's still holding on. And then extend the opposite arm out and gaze at your opposite wrist. Good. Release that back to center, uncross the legs, hug both knees into the chest once more, and then place the feet on the mat. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Draw the right thigh in towards your chest. Use your left elbow against the left knee. Create a little oppositional stretch there. Feeling it in the glutes, in the deep lateral rotators, perhaps down the iliotibial tract. If this is real tight, give it a little gentle percussion, release it. And then go back into the stretch. Breathe. Don't hold the breath. This deep breath in, this slow breath out. Release the foot, let it return to the earth. Cross the leg all the way over, then let both knees fall to the left. Getting a nice spinal twist and a stretch in the hip. Extend your left arm out, gaze over your left hand. Feel the stretch. Nice. Breathe into it. Use the breath to facilitate relaxation of the muscles. And drawing everything back to the midline, squeeze those knees in. Let's bring the feet up towards the sky. Clasp the outside edge of the foot. Use your elbow against the knees. Draw the knees towards the earth. Use your thumb on your liver 3 point right between the big toe and the second toe. About half an inch down in that crease. Pushing your hands into your feet into your hands, creating this dynamic tension. Nice deep breathing. And of course, the most important part about happy baby pose is the big smile we get on our face. So big smile, smiling outwardly to everyone you meet today. Smiling inwardly, thanking yourself for being here. Thank yourself for moving through. Sending love and joy to every cell of your body. And releasing that one last hug of the knees in. Extend that leg out. Both legs extend out. Go ahead and rock the toes in and out a few times, creating some movement in the hip joint. And then let everything go. Let the toes fall out gently. Palms are facing the sky. Take a deep breath. Let it out with a big sigh on the out breath or any other sound that needs to come out. Again. Last time. Just letting your breath return to its normal, easy pace. Let everything go. Melt into your mat. Let go of any tension. Let it go of any holding. And just have your awareness on the body as a whole as you relax into Shavasana. Beginning to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Circle your wrists and circle your ankles, both directions. Rub the palms of your hands together, rub the soles of your feet together, and then once again, hug those knees into the chest. This time we're gonna rock forward and back on the spine. 2, 3, 4 times, and then rock yourself up into a seated position. Good. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, pressing against your sternum with the backs of your thumbs. It's a very calming pose. This pressure point, this acupuncture point is called Sea of Tranquility. So really feel the tranquility. Let it flow through your whole being. We're going to end with the mantra Sat Nam. So when you say Sat, you're going to say it forcefully and you're going to squeeze your root lock. That's just like doing a Kegel. Squeeze, draw the energy up, draw the belly button in and tuck the chin. And then when you say Nam, you're going to just release all of that. We'll do 5 of those. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. And just feel the body. Notice how that felt. Take a deep inhale. Exhale with the sound Om. Om. Thank yourself once again. I thank you. The light and love and divinity in me honors and bows to the light and love and divinity in you. When we are in this space, we are one. Namaste. Thank you.